The world, 66 million years ago, was a very different place. It was a land of giants, a realm ruled by magnificent creatures we can now only imagine. Among them, one predator stood supreme, a name that even today inspires a sense of awe and, honestly, a little bit of fear. This was the Tyrannosaurus rex, the tyrant lizard king. It was not just another dinosaur, it was the apex predator of its time, an animal so powerful that its very presence would have shaken the ancient forests. Its reputation as the ultimate hunter isn't just a story from a film, but a truth written in the fossil record, a testament to its incredible power and dominance over its world. Standing up to 40 feet long and towering over 12 feet tall at the hips, the T-Rex was a truly colossal animal. Its immense size alone was enough to intimidate any other creature that crossed its path. It moved with a heavy, purposeful stride on two enormous legs, each step a reminder of its strength. Its head was massive, a battering ram balanced by a long, powerful tail that provided stability as it moved through the prehistoric landscape. Even its tiny arms, often a subject of curiosity, were surprisingly muscular, likely used to hold onto struggling prey. This was an animal built for one purpose: to dominate its environment completely and without challenge. The fear that the T-Rex inspired was well earned. It was not a scavenger that simply took what others had left behind. It was an active and formidable hunter. Its keen senses, including excellent vision and a highly developed sense of smell, allowed it to track its prey over great distances. Imagine, just for a moment, the ground trembling as this giant approached, its shadow falling over a herd of unsuspecting triceratops. The very sight of this leviathan would have sent waves of panic through the ancient world. The T-Rex was the embodiment of nature's power, a perfectly evolved killing machine that sat at the very top of the food chain, a king in its truest form. This reign of terror was not just about size and presence. It was backed by an arsenal of biological weapons that made it the most efficient predator of its age. Its entire body was a testament to evolutionary perfection, designed to hunt, to kill, and to consume. From its powerful legs that could cover ground surprisingly quickly to its incredibly strong neck muscles, every part of the T-Rex was honed for a life of predation. It was the culmination of millions of years of evolution, resulting in a creature that was, quite simply, the most fearsome land predator our planet has ever known. Its legacy is etched into the bones of its victims and the Earth itself. The true secret to the T-Rex's success was not just its size, but the incredible power it held in its jaws. Scientists have studied its skull and muscles to calculate the force of its bite, and the results are simply astonishing. The bite of a Tyrannosaurus rex could generate a force of around 8,000 pounds, which is more than 3.5 metric tons. To put that into perspective, it would be like having a medium-sized elephant sit down on you. This immense pressure was more than enough to shatter the bones of even the largest and most well-armored dinosaurs of its time. It was a level of power that has rarely been seen in the history of life on Earth. When we compare this incredible force to modern animals, the T-Rex's power becomes even clearer. The saltwater crocodile, which has one of the strongest bites of any animal alive today, can clamp down with a force of about 3,700 pounds. That is immensely powerful, yet the T-Rex could bite more than twice as hard. A lion, one of Africa's top predators, has a bite force of only about 1,000 pounds. The T-Rex's bite was not just for holding onto prey, it was a weapon capable of inflicting catastrophic damage with a single, devastating crunch, ending any struggle in an instant. This extraordinary bite force allowed the T-Rex to hunt in a way that few other predators could. It did not need to be delicate or precise. It could simply grab onto a limb or the body of its prey and apply its crushing power. This would not only immobilize the victim, but also cause massive internal injuries, leading to a very quick end. The sound of a T-Rex bite, the splintering of bone and tearing of flesh, must have been one of the most terrifying sounds in the Cretaceous world. It was the sound of absolute power, the final, definitive act of a hunt that was almost always successful. Such power required a specialized body to support it. The T-Rex's skull was not just large, it was heavily reinforced with fused bones to withstand the incredible stresses of its own bite. Its neck muscles were enormous, anchoring its massive head to its body and providing the strength needed to rip and tear at its meals. This was not just a bite. It was a complete system, a biological machine designed for the sole purpose of delivering the most powerful bite the world had ever seen. Nature had equipped this king with the ultimate weapon to maintain its throne. The Tyrannosaurus Rex's ability to crush bone was not just due to raw power, it was also thanks to a perfectly designed set of tools. Its mouth was filled with around 60 teeth, but these were not like the thin, blade-like teeth of many other theropod dinosaurs. The T-Rex's teeth were different. They were thick, conical, and deeply rooted in its jaw, some growing up to 12 inches long, including the root. They looked more like giant serrated railway spikes than simple teeth. This shape made them incredibly strong and resistant to breaking, even when biting down with immense force directly onto the solid bone of its prey. The skull of the T-Rex was a masterpiece of engineering, built to handle the enormous pressures of its bite. It was over 5 feet long and surprisingly wide at the back, which provided large attachment points for its powerful jaw muscles. Many of the bones in the skull were fused together, creating a rigid and robust structure that would not flex or break under strain. This meant that all the force generated by the muscles was transferred directly to the teeth, with nothing wasted. This rigid skull acted like a vice, ensuring that when the T-Rex bit down, its prey had absolutely no chance of escape from its grip. Furthermore, the jaw of the T-Rex had a unique structure that contributed to its bone-crushing ability. While the skull was rigid, the lower jaw had some degree of flexibility. This slight movement helped to absorb some of the shock and stress when it bit into something hard, preventing the jaw itself from fracturing. This combination of a rigid skull and a slightly flexible lower jaw was the perfect design for its brutal feeding style. It allowed the T-Rex to bite down with full force again and again without injuring itself in the process. It was a remarkable adaptation for a very specific and violent purpose. This entire system, the thick spike-like teeth, the reinforced skull, and the specialized jaw, worked in perfect harmony. When the T-Rex attacked, it wasn't just slicing through flesh, it was pulverizing bone. Fossil evidence shows this clearly, with T-Rex bite marks found deep in the bones of its prey, and even fossilized T-Rex droppings containing fragments of crushed bone. It was a true osteophage, or bone eater. This remarkable toolkit is what set the T-Rex apart from other predators and secured its place as the ultimate bone crusher of the dinosaur world. The ability to crush and eat bone was a crucial survival advantage for the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Most predators are only able to eat the flesh and organs of their prey, leaving the skeleton behind. But by breaking bones, the T-Rex could access the rich, nutritious marrow locked inside. Bone marrow is incredibly high in fat and calories, providing a vital source of energy for such a large and active animal. This meant that the T-Rex was getting far more nourishment from each kill than its competitors could. It was an incredibly efficient way to eat, ensuring that no part of the meal went to waste. This feeding strategy also meant the T-Rex had less competition for food. While other, smaller predators might have had to wait for a T-Rex to finish its meal, there would have been little left for them to scavenge. The T-Rex would consume almost the entire carcass, flesh, organs, and bone. This dominance over its kills ensured that it maximized its energy intake, helping it to maintain its enormous size and strength. A fascinating fun fact is that some scientists believe the T-Rex may have been a social hunter, with family groups cooperating to bring down large prey, then sharing the spoils of the entire carcass together. By eating bones, the T-Rex also obtained essential minerals like calcium and phosphate, which were vital for its own growth and for maintaining its strong, massive skeleton. For a creature that grew so large, so quickly, a steady supply of these minerals would have been essential. This unique diet, therefore, not only provided energy, but also the very building blocks the dinosaur needed to construct and maintain its own formidable body. It was a perfect feedback loop. Its bone-crushing ability allowed it to get the nutrients it needed to be a giant bone crusher. It was a specialist of the highest order. In the end, the Tyrannosaurus Rex was so much more than just a big dinosaur with sharp teeth. It was a unique and highly specialized predator, an evolutionary marvel that pushed the boundaries of what a land carnivore could be. Its colossal size, combined with its astonishingly powerful bite and its specialized bone-crushing toolkit, made it the undisputed ruler of its world. The T-Rex was not just a king by name, it was a king by nature, a magnificent and terrifying creature that represents the very pinnacle of predatory evolution. Its story is a powerful reminder of the incredible life that once walked our planet.